Hey everyone, I'm Rambo Az, and I'm your co-commissioner for the Firetail League. Let me take this time to explain what we have in store.
We have 6 teams comprised of 36 AUNZ players, all competing for a $1,000 prize pool. The regular season will run over 5 weeks in a round-robin format. Each team will play each other only once, which means you've got to make the most of every match. At the conclusion of the round-robin, second and third will face off for the right to challenge first in the grand final. This is where the best of the best will take each other on to finally determine the winner of the inaugural Firetail League. Each match begins with a turf war. Win that, and your team chooses the first game mode for set 1. The match consists of 3 sets of 3 games. The winner will be the team that wins 2 sets, but regardless of when that happens, all 9 will be played out. This means every game is super important if you want to make it to the finals. Each week, the top players will be voted on by the viewers, the winners taking home some Asus ROG swag. Voters have the chance to win an Asus ROG Go wireless headset with USB connection, perfect for the Switch.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and as well as good morning to our European and American viewers who have tuned into the stream, and welcome to the final round of the regular season of the inaugural Firetail League. My name is Gabe, and alongside me in commentary today is Callum Arquette. How you going?
Good. I am excited for this. This is going to be a good game tonight, I reckon.
Yeah, good game, and it's absolutely been a banger of a season so far. We've had some really exciting games, exciting plays of the week. Like we can't vote for all of them, but they've been really good, and it's really come through and shown exactly what AUNZ players are capable of.
Yeah, definitely. Some of the games we've seen are just amazing in the strategies, the execution, the individual plays, the teamwork. It has been it's been fun, and I'm almost sad that it's almost finished. But we have a few more games left, so,
Indeed, we do, including tonight's game between the Adelaide Revenge and the New Zealand Rush. The Adelaide Revenge can secure a playoff spot with a convincing win tonight against the winless New Zealand Rush. They're really playing for a bit of pride here. They really want to at least get a win on the board to please some of their fans and get maybe more than 2 sets, one to their name. But how do you see those stats as they stand for our 2 teams here?
I mean, looking at it, there is a bit of a scary difference between the games won. We've got 19 for Adelaide, we've got 10 for New Zealand Rush there. But when you look through assists and specials and such, it's not too dissimilar. So
yeah, New Zealand Rush have died a few too many more times and not quite getting the kills, but really those 2 sets won have both come on tower control, and really what we're going to want to see tonight is at least a bit more cohesive gameplay on the other modes. They have the thing that they do have in their favor though is that they have won 3 of the 4 turf war games over the 4 weeks to date. So if they can get off to a good start here and pick tower control, which Adelaide do have a reasonable record on, I think they're gonna take a lot of momentum going through to the other modes.
yeah, if you can win those first few games, it really can have a big boost to the team morale, and that can carry you through these games quite well. So I'm interested to see how they do there. I was just looking at our list of maps, and I believe our turf war tonight is Gusher Towns.
Gusher Towns it is, yes, that's correct. So yeah, each week we do go through a Splatfest map as our play for service to determine which team is able to pick the mode from the 4 ranked modes first. So Gusher Towns, it's an interesting map. I believe I'm just talking out of somewhere that I shouldn't be right now. But
I honestly have tended to avoid this particular Splatfest map a little bit. I'm not massively a fan of it, but It does have some interesting mechanics, that's for sure.
Yeah, the battle really rages around middle, and you can't really go too far from that middle area. Inkjets can really reign supreme around here if you manage to get over the sides, but really establishing control of the high ground and making sure that they don't take that central gusher up to the high ground really is important.
I mean, it's also just kind of fun. That is one thing, I guess.
All the Splatfest maps are fun. Like they bring something different that the other ranked modes can't really provide, and they do have elements of that, but they bring all the single player elements into the multiplayer, and the interactions with those are really why we play the Splatfest maps.
Yeah, that's true. And it's kind of nice having these as the play for service games, because we don't tend to play the Splatfest maps very often in tournaments. So it's a nice little way to sort of get them in there and get a bit of turf as well. So
Yep. Turf War does provide the basis for good Splatoon gameplay. By the way, if you haven't voted already, please go to the Firetail Events Twitter and vote for your who you feel has been the best players throughout the regular season to go into our All-Star game. 10 All-Stars will be voted in, and they'll be drafted by Rambo Az and Checkers. So it's almost ended up becoming like a Splatfest between Team Checkers and Team Rambo Az, hasn't it?
that's true, yeah.
So they'll play each other. The two teams will play each other for fun, with modes and maps being decided by viewer votes. And please, it is a vote, more of a vote to recognise the players that have performed well during the regular season, rather than who is your favourite players. But we're not going to really distinguish that. It is a public vote.
Yeah, who would you like to see play in these couple of games? I guess that's the best judge of it. Who do you reckon is going to be the most interesting people to watch for these couple of games?
Who are the true Checkers and Az fans?
Yep, let's go with that one.
Yep.
Alright.
So, as mentioned before, Adelaide Revenge can really shore up a playoff spot with a convincing win tonight. So they can finish anywhere between 2nd and 5th, as they currently sit 2 and 2, whereas they've got 3 teams above them at 3 and 1, I believe. But they need to make up some game differentials, so they'll need to win at least 3 of the sets, because we do go by sets first before games played, before game differential. So the prediction that Checkers has gotten is 3rd, but they'll need to get some other results to fall their way.
I was just looking at the matches remaining and the standings at the moment, and it's going to be interesting because, of course, we still have the 2 games tomorrow as well. We apparently have Melbourne Maelstrom versus Perth Fury, who are currently 3rd and 5th, respectively. And then Brisbane Boom versus Sydney Endeavour tomorrow, who are currently 1st and 2nd, and have the same number of sets and are only 5 games apart. So
bit of a finals preview, eh?
Yeah, it's going to be a tough weekend for all the teams involved, really. Jeez.
I'm sure they will be saving. There's really 2 ways to go about it, right? Do you just try and get your games, your members' games played up so that you meet the minimum, or do you really just come out firing and just try and get a convincing win to go straight through to that grand final spot?
Yeah, it's an interesting play. If you're already in, the top 3 at this point in the league, you do have a few options. But yeah, Adelaide Revenge and Perth Fury are probably going to be trying to get as many points as they can at least, and New Zealand Rush as well. So
yeah, they will want to finish the season on a high. Anything else to plug before we go over to gameplay? I'm just trying to go through
I mean,
my little notes here.
Sponsors? Have we done sponsors yet?
No, we haven't yet. So thank you very much to our sponsors, ATAR Support, Asus ROG, Strutties Apparel, and Node 1 Wireless Internet. We definitely have run this league without you. I'm thinking of purchasing some Asus ROG stuff myself to boost my computer's performance.
I actually just wore the Strutty's shirt the other day, just because, like, not even for anything to do with Firetail. It was there, and I was like, this looks comfortable. So, you know, do quite appreciate having one of those now.
Absolutely. Let's look at our... We might have a little bit of time, or they're ready to start, but we'll just have a little bit of a chat about two of the star players on each of the teams. So for Adelaide Revenge, Latias, both you and I are very familiar with her.
Yep.
Guess what the number 2 represents for Latias's stats?
I'm not sure. What is it?
So Latias averages 2 deaths per game in the 12 games that she's played.
Jeez, okay. That is quite low for this game.
Those are truly Latias numbers. She's leading the league in, leading? She's definitely winning the not dying battle.
Yeah. Which, I mean, you would really hope for with the kind of weapons that she tends to play. But still, that is quite an achievement.
Yeah, it's quite insane. It's pretty insane. So, of the 12 games that she has played, obviously she has been doing some volunteering on the side, and that's why she hasn't been available every single week. But she's actually been involved. Of the 12 games that she's played, 10 of them have come through as wins for the Adelaide Revenge. So she's only lost twice in the times that she's played.
Yep. I'm not sure anyone's surprised.
Yeah. So she's going to be a huge influence in this game. So that'll basically mean if Adelaide Revenge want to win convincingly over the New Zealand Rush, just play Latias for all the games, please.
True. Also, I am amused that Wacko pointed out that number of deaths is basically the opposite of Alzi. This is true. I mean, completely different weapons, so fair. But
funnily enough, Alzi is no longer leading the league in total deaths. That title does belong to Skidder now.
I can see this. Definitely impact by the weapons that they play, that's for sure. But all right, Here we go. Sounds like we're starting.
We are going to go into the Turf War Play for Service. This is the final round of the Firetail League season. Adelaide Revenge versus the New Zealand Rush. Let's see in chat. Put your support behind your teams that you want to see win today. So we have Bob Ghost Biscuit, Kozi, and I didn't quite catch the last name, Yoshiko, and MGJ, Sloot, Kaz, and Matthew for the New Zealand Rush. Yoshiko, interestingly, with the Sorella Brella. Let's see what she can do on that weapon. She does play a lot of weapons. It is Auto Bomb and Splat Bomb Rush.
Ooh, see, I can appreciate that. I mean, I just like auto bombs in general. But Splat Bomb
Bit of
Rush...
a chicken farmer.
Oh yeah. And I mean, one of the uses of them is just finding out where the enemies are, because they do give away positions, which can be kind of helpful on this odd-shaped map, where you've got a few corners, you've got gushes, you've got a wall above you.
And we saw our first real funny interaction there, so the timing of the rain coming out and actually popping the gusher as Yosh was standing on it. So that's an insta-kill.
That is one of the weird things about, well, this map or any of the maps with gushes, where you have quite a few specials that can pop them, and even quite a few weapons that can pop them at range.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, fantastic couple of shots from MGJ to get Yoshiko without the shield out. That's definitely going to work in New Zealand's favour. And like I said, a lot of this map is sort of centered around that middle. It's very congested, and it's all about getting some little pot shots over the top and feeling out where the opposition is, as well as popping the gushes opportune times.
Yeah, and it really seems like MGJ's role here in this game is just to hold this mid. Oh, finally goes down. Let's see
that's 2 down now. So yeah, Adelaide Revenge are on the hunt, although I don't think they'll find anyone there. Oh, they do actually.
Yeah, I wonder if we're going to see anyone push up to those 2 gushes sitting right next to each other. Basically at the gate into the team spawn. You could see someone pop them just then on the side of New Zealand, very much trying to prprotect their own spawn, I think.
Yeah, because as soon as that's basically free paint. Yeah, exactly. So Matthew, Sluke, they're trying to really establish some headway into this and push Adelaide back, which they're doing now. Yoshiko's gone down, and Matthew's moving up. Can he get the splat on Cozzy? No, unfortunately he goes into a 1v2 there. Bob goes picking up the splat there, and really it's still anyone's game with 30 seconds to go.
Yeah, you can really see how the long-range weapons are quite helpful in this map. We've been seeing a lot of them just shooting up from the lower parts of the map, or shooting at the gushes from along this. Here we go. Sluke going to do the... Yes, here we go. Sluke is going into the other team's base here, getting some paint down. Oh, we've got Kaz, I think, as well. There's so much paint you can get so quickly from here, but the other team is also pushing to mid, so...
Yeah, 3 players of the Adelaide Revenge went down. Biscuit was the last left standing, and they all jumped to Biscuit, and they managed to take out mid again. But it is New Zealand's win, so they will pick the first mode in this match.
Yeah, that was just that breakthrough at the end there. Like, that is one of the problems with turf, is that if someone can push forward and you can jump to them, you can
It's also one of the benefits of turf.
Oh, yes. That's true. Like, especially in the last 30 seconds when everyone sort of tends to panic a bit and just focus on painting, and they might not be looking at their map so much. They might not be thinking about, like, is there someone behind me? Do I need to worry about someone flanking, etc.? To stop focusing on splats as much in the last 30 seconds, and
it's about not dying, because if you die, that's 8 seconds with which you can't paint. So,
and I mean, it's paint on the ground for the other team as well. So, it's like the game just changes in the last 30 seconds, and I feel like that was sort of what happened there a little bit. Was both of the teams just kind of broke through each other's line and started painting each other's bases, and then kind of went, "This is fine. We're just going to keep painting." So.
Yep. So there's a bit of debate. Oh, there isn't. New Zealand have just gone and picked
TC.
Oh,
it's
no,
not
Cat.
Sorry.
We gotta wait for the voiceover.
I'm sorry. Oh.
Tower control.
So, for chat, there we go.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Just a few comms issues here. That's all right.
We have a source of information that we're able to access, and I looked at it too early, unfortunately. I don't remember not doing that. Anyway.
I'm trying to make a good cue in for Hess to hit the button, but of course, technical issues, technical difficulties. Hess has got a few too many buttons to look at. I'm like, what does what? But I believe we do have the Paddy Diddles pick and ban.
Oh, all right. Let's see what.
If Hess can find the button.
Oh no.
Poor guy, he's got a lot on his plate.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a tournament stream without technical issues, unfortunately. Ooh, okay. Trying not to say it early, but also that's okay. Oh,
okay, so of our tower control maps, Adelaide Revenge do have the first ban, and it is Port Mackerel.
Which apparently we've been seeing people ban quite a bit in this tournament so far.
But yeah, that being said, it has been picked, and the let me just go into my results to see. And Schellendorf Institute, unfortunately not seeing play in this set, and that's his first ban, incredibly enough.
Yeah, surprised. I would have thought we would have seen more bans on Schellendorf. Also, I just don't like Schellendorf though. So this is fair though. Oh, here we go. All right. We are apparently choosing Anchovy Games to play for the first game of this set, which has apparently been picked quite a few times and only banned, looks like once so far in the series. Everyone really likes Anchovy Tower Control.
Yeah. So New Zealand have won their Tower Control Anchovy Games map before against the Melbourne Maelstrom. And they've also won on Rainmaker here before. And Adelaide Revenge have also won on Tower Control and Rainmaker here as well in their previous. So definitely go pretty 50-50 going into this one.
Yeah, so historically even on this one. Okay. Well, do you have any idea what weapons we might see tonight, Gabe?
Well, we'll see if Latias gets subbed in or not for the Adelaide Revenge, but I would imagine Biscuit going with a bit of dynamo action on here. It is quite effective, especially once you have control of the fans. But for New Zealand Rush, it's going to be this. I'd say the standard Sluke ballpoint MGJ 96. And a couple of shooters or dualies to go with it. So thank you very much to the Paddy Diddles pick and ban for displaying that one.
Alright. I'm just thinking, like you said, we'll probably see the ballpoint and say 96. And I mean, I'm used to playing short range on everything. But I can see how that would be very nice for this when you're pushing up the tower, being able to shoot up sort of onto the battlements and such from the tower from a safe distance. And the same in reverse for defending as well.
Yeah. So, yeah, really, as with all tower control matches, you really want to get ahead of the tower. And Dynamo is able to do that to some extent. The short range shooters should definitely at least take control of the enemy fan and push into onto the plat and throw bombs up onto the battlements up there to prevent anyone from throwing bombs over to the tower at the first checkpoint. But really, on this map, we do see quite a few snowballs going through and into low numbers. So the pace will be dictated early, I believe. So the early push usually ends up winning the game on this map, from what I recall.
Yeah, it is often, I don't know, teams can set up quite well on this map. It's possibly a bit of a problem with the way it's designed, but if you get set up, all four of you in the other team.
What are you talking about? It's a Splat 1 map. It can't be poorly designed.
Fair. Yeah, it's I don't know.
Okay, we are getting into it. We are loading up Adelaide Revenge versus New Zealand Rush ranked modes. First up on tower control. Let's see what these teams have got for us. We have Bob Ghost, Biscuit, Yosh, and Liam, MGJ, Sluke, Kaz, and Ray 13.
Yeah.
Biscuit going with the ballpoint instead of the Dynamo, so we got ballpoint versus ballpoint, and as predicted for New Zealand Rush, ballpoint Novo 96 and a couple of shooters. So Kaz coming back out with the NZAP 85, Bob Ghost as well, so it's actually very similar as Liam is the first to go down to Ray's T-Tech.
We basically just have the 96 versus the splatter shot as differences here. So it will be interesting to see how that plays out. Oh, that is 2 down on Rush at the moment. So this will be our first push.
Yes, Luke winning the ballpoint mirror there on Biscuit. Unfortunately getting caught out retreating there, but And New Zealand are through the first checkpoint. This is the start of the snowball that can be very worrisome. And there's another player goes down for Adelaide Revenge. So MGJ just riding this tower, keeping control of it. Unfortunately, they don't have too much ahead of the tower, which means 2 of them have gone down.
Yeah, we've got Kaz and MGJ retreating now. I mean, 46, that's pretty good points. It's probably not enough for a safe lead on this map, I would say, just because of the way things can snowball. But that's pretty good for the first minute of the game.
Yeah, it sure is. Yeah,
Oh.
good missiles actually coming out from, I think that's Liam. So...
Yeah, trapping right in the corner there was almost deadly, but not quite. Oh, that ink.
Oh, the inkjet. Very good work by Yoshiko. We've seen her with the player of the week on here. She's looking to replicate that yet again. So Biscuit on the tower. This is what I like about Adelaide's sort of setup. They've got bodies ahead of the tower, but it's still a 2v2. Bob Ghost going down and, well, dropping down rather, I should say, and leaving Biscuit in a 1v2. No, actually,
nice.
Bob comes in the nick of time, makes it a 2v2 and gets the splats, and they're on to the next checkpoint where, unfortunately...
There we go. I think.
There we go. Unfortunately, that's a reset of the check. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, it didn't take too long there. Just getting that rain out, I think, so Biscuit could have a bit more safety as they push the tower around. But that was a few deaths there, so we're going to have the Rush taking this back into mid.
Yep, the Revenge taking the lead with that 34 push, and Yoshiko winning the 1v1 against MGJ. That's pretty big. So now that we've got another inkjet coming out from Wraith 13 gets taken out. Good work by the Adelaide Revenge to shut that forward inkjet down before New Zealand even gets a counter push going. So I reckon this will be another push to Adelaide pretty soon.
Yeah, Yoshiko very much trying to get some picks here. They did manage to get one.
Would have worked if they didn't have armor, of course. And running the double armor working in favor. Yoshiko could find 2 here. Finds 1, but unfortunately trades, so it's a 2v2 at the moment. Liam trying to... Yes, actually does get MGJ, but is traded out by Sloop, so good work. This is what has really been missing from New Zealand Rush in the previous weeks. It's their ability to trade for teammates that have gone down.
It's really great to see how this is happening, how this is going down at the moment. And our spots on the 2 teams aren't too dissimilar, really. So, really anyone's game still at this point.
Sloop covering yet again for another player. Loses the ballpoint mirror this time, but was assisted by a couple of other members on the Adelaide Revenge there. As Yoshiko gets another inkjet splat, looking for another one over in the corner. Doesn't quite find it, or must have gotten at least 80 damage onto that one, as Yosh takes control of New Zealand Rush's fan. There's another armor coming out, which means she can't approach that with great ease.
Yeah, this
so
constantly
instead, the missiles come out instead from Liam. This is really good special coordination. And now Yoshiko can go in and get the splats. That's 1 onto Sloop. Can she find another onto Kaz? It's an assist, but it counts nonetheless.
Yeah, 2 down there. That's going to be helpful this late in the game.
Yeah, so Liam now occupying the Yoshiko position on the enemy fan.
Yeah, such an important thing to be trying to do, just keeping control of those fans and making that a bit harder to push through.
Yeah, that's right. So, great job by Liam. He's really stepped up. I've liked his work over the course of the season. And it's continuing here, so Liam now, every member of Adelaide Revenge is currently in double digits for splats, and it doesn't look like New Zealand Rush are going to get another push happen in the last 5 seconds as, Yoshiko ending the game in style with another inkjet splat. Unfortunately, that member of the New Zealand Rush did have to go for a mad dash to the tower, and that will be game 1 to the Adelaide Revenge.
Very nicely done there. Yeah, those splats. I mean, 15 on MGJ from the Rush, but also double digits on the entirety of Adelaide. So very nice to see. Apparently we might be in the future a little bit.
We're always in the future here in Australia, aren't we?
Yeah, exactly. There we go. Nothing unusual here. All right. So that was interesting.
Let me try and refresh the stream and make sure that we're not too out of sync.
Yeah. I mean, to be
As we-
fair,
yeah.
my internet has been dodgier than usual in the last week. For those who didn't hear, someone cut a cable between and Melbourne, I think it was.
Yes, in Adelaide, I think. So the Adelaide Revenge will want to get revenge on the person that cut the cable.
Yeah. So yeah, if anyone's been having internet trouble this week, that's why. That's been fun. I heard something that implied it might have just been like someone in their backyard with a shovel. But anyway.
Dial before you dig, guys. Dial before you dig. Let's go over to the Paddy Diddles pick and ban again for tower control, as this time we do see that the New Zealand Rush have picked Arowana Mall. 30 and 30 season to date, so some people want to play it, some people want to avoid it. I believe the New Zealand Rush are in favour of picking it. Tower control Arowana. New Zealand have picked it previously versus Brisbane and versus Sydney.
Okay.
So let's have a look. Tower control versus Sydney. Sydney did win that match. Geo just went off with 20 KA.
Fair enough, yep.
As he does.
We apparently got some subs coming in, so that will maybe
And
change.
versus Brisbane, they would have definitely lost. That was 9-0. But they did push it to 76 to Brisbane's 93. So we'll see if they've learned anything from those losses coming into this, or if Adelaide have really done their homework.
Yeah. Well, what would be your strategy for Arowana game?
Well, you have to take control of both, because both upper areas. Because if you sort of let the tower run through the go through the middle, whilst not having control of really either of the sides, you sort of get that Colosseum feel of everyone just shooting down at you on the tower. Please no.
Yeah, that is. I mean, I've seen teams pull it off, just having all four in mid, just kind of swarming the tower and constantly jumping on and off. But it's definitely not the safe approach. It can work, but it's slightly crazy.
You have to have a really good team and a lot of bombs to throw up to the upper areas to make sure that no place is safe for the enemy to stand. But really, the area that's most that's really required for a push is that upper right area as you're pushing through the tower. So look for Sloop to set up shop there with beacons, and same with Biscuit. If he's playing, or if Latias is subbed in, just watch out for the laser from the E-leader.
Yeah, I was going to say, Stingray on this can be quite devastating, because it is a long, narrow map, and you basically
we have seen quite a bit of, well, not in here particularly, but in some other high-level play, special charge up CJS and just get a really fast Stingray.
Yep.
I don't think we will quite see that here. It's not a particular strat that either team uses. But it's something to look out for, I think, in if maybe, let's say Melbourne. I think they would be the pull that off if they want.
Yeah, if anyone was going to, probably them. All right, sounds like we are loading in now. We're about to start game 2, tower control on Arowana. We did have some subs, so let's see who we've got for this game.
Cozzy going on to the K-Pro.
Yeah.
Basically saying we've almost got a mirror again, don't we? Yoshiko, the difference being T-Tech versus 96 Gal.
Yeah, which is going to be interesting on this one because, I mean, the 96 Gal can sort of sit up on those battlements left or right and raining down and be quite dangerous. Whereas the Tenatech, I imagine, will be wanting to rush up onto the battlements all the time and just try and cause chaos. So,
Yeah,
might have some effect. Oh no, these bombs!
Sluke being forced back from all the bombs from the Adelaide Revenge. That's the one thing they do it at throughout the season is just the bomb pressure and the placement of all of their bombs has been excellent. But as we say that, New Zealand Russia going Luke, he doesn't get the splat, but his teammate and Kaz gets both of them actually, and Sluke just having a bit of trouble killing that beacon before replacing with one of his own. And yeah, now's the time for New Zealand Rush to take the lead and set up shop on that upper right side. Sluke can't advance because of the Booyah Bomb, but Kaz, Ray 13 definitely.
Yeah, we got another Booyah coming out here. Just Ray trying to keep this upper left here. They have so much paint.
They got some good splats. The last one is Cozzy left alive over that upper. And Sluke's, well, this tower's just going to go. They're respawning. And Biscuit with a very nice splat all the way up on that upper tower.
Yeah, the problem with this map and this particular choke point is it's actually kind of awkward to get the right angle to shoot down that tower. So you'd think it would be good, because you'd think you'd be able to sit up there and stay pretty safe and just paint down. But yeah, the angle is awkward unless you're playing something like a Bucket or a Dynamo.
And now here's the problem for the Adelaide Revenge. Sluke and another member of the New Zealand Rush have control of that upper area over on Adelaide's left side anyway, and they haven't been able to reset it to mid, and MGJ is going to be on this tower again and trying to reduce this checkpoint all the way down, but rank 13 doing a good job. It's down to 21. That's 3 down now. Last is Cozzy, and he clears out the tower to effectively kill that checkpoint, but they're not really making all that much headwind.
Yeah, the tower is now resetting, which is going to be quite nice for Adelaide Revenge.
Slow! With a double!
Nice.
Going for the triple onto Biscuit. He gets one into Cozzy. Can he get the quad? Or has Biscuit already jumped out? I think he has. So that means Sluke will have to go all the way back over to the other side while the tower is pushing. They finally cleared that checkpoint. I feel like it's been sitting there for ages.
MGJ does go down there, so there's nobody riding the tower anymore, but, I mean, Kaz is here, could jump on at any point. Although Rush are 2 down at the moment, so they might want to retreat a little bit. Ooh, there we go, nice flat.
I believe we got a Strutty's instant replay with the replay still in the center position. I'm sorry.
That's the triple from Sluke there with the ballpoint.
Very well done from Sluke, yeah. But the New Zealand Rush, contrary to their name, are in no rush to really make another push. They just have to defend their lead, I reckon, from the Adelaide Revenge for the last minute and a half, and they'll be good to secure a game and put it into a game 3.
Yeah, I feel like this is probably one of the maps where you don't want to go too crazy on continuing to do pushes once you have a good lead. Just because if you wipe and the other team can get set up, like we've just seen, once you're set up and you're doing a push and you've got it all in the correct positions, it's quite easy to keep pushing. So I definitely think they might stay a little bit more.
I guess playing with the lead is always a little bit easier, but yeah, you do have to find that balance in this map more so than other maps because it can be hard to get picks at times, especially on the middle area.
Yeah, that's
but
for sure.
It is a 2v2 at the moment, and both teams having no troubles at all, getting the splats as Cozzy trading with MGJ, so it's basically pushed. We'll see another one from the New Zealand Rush in the last 20 seconds. Bringing the tower to the opponent is always a bit of a risky strat, and you can just play zones, but there we go, Ray 13 down now, but it's alive for the Adelaide Revenge. Cozzy and Bob Ghost, can they find the splats in time? Cozzy and Bob do find one. And now it is Adelaide Revenge in overtime. Can they make the game-winning push here against the New Zealand and take out this first set?
Yeah, we do have Kaz and Slook on the top right. Slook gets one splat. Slook gets a second splat there. Gets a third. And that was Kaz on the tower at the end there to stop that game.
Another Strutty's instant replay. Slook being a one-man highlight reel today. In this game, that's one. Beautiful work there from Slook. Staying on the high ground away from any pressure whatsoever, and he gets as many shots in on the tower as he...
Also, despite that, Kaz got the highest KA in that game. So I saw some of what Kaz was doing, but apparently Kaz was doing quite a bit there off screen as well. So well played.
There was a couple where Slook didn't even get an assist. And Kaz was right next to him, got all 4 shots in.
Yep. So just well played there by the Rush, that's for sure.
Yep, and they are... Well, we're going into a live game 3 for our first set of tower control as we go to the Paddy Diddles pick and ban again. And we do have Adelaide Revenge picking Starfish Main Stage, a map that, Latias does not like, so I don't think we'll see her in for this one, but tower control isn't always her favourite anyway. But Starfish Main Stage being picked by the Adelaide Revenge.
This is an interesting pick. We have had it picked a few times so far in the season, only banned once or twice. But it's... The tower path on this map is weird. At least to me, it always seems weird because there's basically battlements at least on one side of you for the entire tower path. Whereas I feel most other maps have at least a little bit where you've got sort of more room to move around the tower. So I mean, we've had quite a bit of range with the ballpoints and the 96, and I can certainly see how that'll be good. For I guess they might go the typical strategy of ranged weapons on the tower, short range weapons, roaming around, pushing up, trying to get the map.
Yeah. So this map can be kind of easy to spawn camp. You can basically go from the tower up to the battle areas. That's basically the enemy spawn right there. You can take control of the snipe area pretty easily and then jump from there over. It just can be... A lot of things can go wrong.
Yeah.
If you're being pushed on this map, and maybe that's why we haven't seen it since week 1. People just don't want to play it. In fact, NZ did ban it against the Brisbane Boom.
Interesting.
But yeah, it makes its return after 3 weeks of absence.
Well, see, now you've said that, I wonder if the Adelaide Revenge knew that, and that's part of why they've chosen it. Because if a team has banned a map in a previous round, then you probably got a good bet that they really don't want to play it because they don't like it and/or they're bad at it. So maybe this might be a strategy by the Adelaide Revenge to try and get this. So
they must have watched week 1's maps where Perth Fury picked Starfish Main Stage against New Zealand and won it in a knockout. That being said, New Zealand did not have Slook that week. But otherwise, Adelaide Revenge did lose to Brisbane, who are the best tower control team in the league in week 1. So we'll see how they go. Biscuit again on the ballpoint. Pretty much no changes except for Liam on the Kenta shot. So the triple shooter comp with the ballpoint.
And yet we have...
basically for both teams.
Yeah, but that is a lot more range on the Adelaide Revenge than on the New Zealand Rush. I mean, as much... Oh, sorry, yes.
Yeah.
Like, much as you can call Caper ranged, it's still, more ranged than a 10 attack. It's gonna be interesting to see how that plays out there.
Yeah, these missiles. Oh, Yoshiko unfortunately doesn't get all the shots onto the beacon and someone jumps to the beacon, but never mind. She catches out Slook. Great timing on that, but Wraith 13 is there to clean up the mess.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, so that's 3 down now for the Adelaide Revenge. Oh, and that's a delayed wipe now. So Wraith 13 going on a hunt.
Very nice.
Gets the beacon there, but Yoshiko has already backed off. Going for the Booyah Bomb now. Going to throw that onto the bats, and someone else splats Yoshiko. So this tower is going to keep moving, and it is going to go to that first checkpoint. But the missiles coming out, great special timing coming out from the Adelaide Revenge so far.
Yeah, it's been really nice to see how they've been working with that. I must say as well, Wraith 13's movement there, while they were jumping over all those various blocks and things, that was very nice to see. Alright, let's see how we got. Rush just keep pushing this here. We do have MGJ on the tower, so the 96. Nice bit of range to shoot up onto the battlements for anyone that the others have missed. We've got Kaz sort of dancing around the tower, doing that bit of defense there. Nice teamwork.
That's one of the armors pop. MGJ going flying off of the Zolta. But they will have another one soon, I think.
Oh no!
Wraith 13 going down into a 1v2, but this tower has moved to the last checkpoint and it's only Kaz left alive. It's been relentless from New Zealand Rush to basically keep a sustained push, and that's what they've really been missing over the first few weeks of the season, and you sort of wonder where this has been all season long. Maybe it has just taken quite a bit for the team to really gel together.
Maybe they just did a bunch of tower control practice this week. Could have
Saying,
been.
guys, we got to win our best mode again.
I mean, if they knew that Adelaide are good at tower control, it would also just make sense to sort of practice tower control a fair bit this week. So who knows? There might be a lot of strategy here. There may also not be, but you know.
They may just be popping off, and they unfortunately have not been for the last few weeks. As Wraith 13 is up to 7 splats. Luke with 11 now. So 3 down again for Adelaide Revengers. Luke's going to be the one that pops up over into the enemy spawn, but no, he's getting found out by Liam.
Yeah, didn't check that corner as he came around there. Oh, Liam! Not sure if Liam got the double or was just part of that there, but very nice. That's 3 down now on the New Zealand Rush.
1.5. He'll take it. That's a lot. So he's top splat at the moment for the Adelaide Revengers. Yoshiko has moved up and the tower is all the way still in their base, but still gets one, finds Kaz, and retreats back to the Inkjet jump safely as, they're getting some picks now. Yoshiko can find another one on Slook, trades out with him, so...
Yeah, we'll take that.
So Adelaide Revenge have to push this tower all the way to 11, so at least the last checkpoint and then some. So this will be really interesting with a minute left to see if they can provide the same sustained pressure that New Zealand put onto them. Liam's going to find himself in a 1v2 and out without taking anyone, so it's just Biscuit and Yoshiko alone, and now they're both gone. So 41 seconds left. New Zealand paint up, play zones. They don't really have to bring the tower to them, although they do have to find the beacon so that Adelaide Revenge doesn't have a way to get back in. And Ray 13 does place a nice bomb, gets one, is wondering where the ink's coming from and finds it from 2 directions. Yoshiko trades a player out, Yoshiko trying to find MGJ, but no, runs into a 1v2 where Slook's waiting.
Yeah, look at that rain coming out in the last few seconds, just to get a bit more paint down, keep anyone from pushing through too easily. We have, Bobco's going down there. We've got 3 down on the Adelaide Revenge.
Excellent pincer at the end there. So Slook on the upper area, 1 on the flank, and 1 coming in front and center. So New Zealand Rush winning their pick of tower control. So the Adelaide Revenge going down 0-1 early. But of course, the New Zealand Rush's troubles has been on modes other than tower control.
Yeah. Also, that number of splats just then by the Rush, everyone was on double digits. We had highest at 15, we had lowest at 10. even just seeing that on the board is mildly terrifying. Oh, all right. So that's set 1 to the Rush, which means Adelaide Revenge will get to pick the mode
Yep.
again.
And
so-
then New Zealand Rush will be able to pick the first map.
Ooh.
And we do have
Zones.
Splat Zones coming out from the Adelaide Revenge, so we might potentially see Latias subbing in, getting a 3 games, and super jumping out.
Yeah, this is all right. We have some subs happening apparently so far on the New Zealand Rush. So let's see what maps we're gonna have picked and banned.
So the Patty Diddles pick and ban for Splat Zones, which we should have different people for different modes.
We
So-
should. You're like Splat
No,
Zones.
or Patty Diddles can own them all. So coming out from the ban for New Zealand Rush is Humpback Pump Track and Adelaide Revenge banning the Reef. Not too surprising from Adelaide Revenge, although Latias has been, well, her highlight reel was on the Reef, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But Humpback Pump Track, maybe New Zealand Rush, fearing the E-liter of Latias on there. She has played that, and it does pretty much span the entire map.
Yeah, going up against a good sniper on Humpback can be quite terrifying, that's for sure. So
Interestingly, leaving Moray Towers rotation.
I feel like of Moray and Humpback, considering we're doing counter picking, teams are more likely to pick Humpback than Moray in general. I mean, Moray is just kind of an odd map.
And
so-
as we say that, Sluke has just picked Moray Towers for the New
geez.
Rush.
All right. Okay, so we do have a few
Excellent
subs here.
work.
I don't think I want to spoil the surprise yet, but we do have a few subs. And I'm curious to see how this is going to change our lineups. I'm just surprised at Moray still. I can't get over someone actually chose Moray. All right.
We've seen it for the last few weeks. Yes, it is
Splat
Splat
Zones.
Zone. I think it does that every from the
Yeah, it probably does.
from the thing. But anyway, anything to hear that wonderful voiceover again.
It is very nice, must say.
Splat Zone.
All right. I love chat right now. It seems rather split on Moray. And whether chat, who likes Moray and who doesn't like Moray? Please tell me, because I feel like we're probably pretty split on this, and it's probably based on what weapons people play as well. But it's just an interesting map with the 2 separate zones that you have to always be taking care of. You've got the difference in the height of the various levels just makes so many things odd. Like it's the most vertical map of all the maps by far, and in a weird way as well. And like, even if you try to camp a bit, there's not really one place. Well, there isn't one place you can camp unless you decide to actually spawn camp on this map. You always have to be looking after a couple of different areas in the map, so it always splits the team up.
Yeah, that's right. And rotations are long because of the verticality. So if you're up in Overlook, it's going to take you a while to go over the sniper area to try and defend the other zone. So we kind of saw that, I think last week. There was a couple that went over to the Overlook, but everyone on the enemy team was just filing down snipe, and they couldn't get over in time to prevent their zones from being taken over. So
Yeah,
we'll
you
see
always
how
have to
these
look
two
at that.
play it.
Yeah. I'm also curious to see if anyone on New Zealand uses the rails, considering Latias.
We
If
do
they
have a
use-
Latias.
Yes! We have an E-leader and an X-Blush coming out from Adelaide on this one. This is going to be interesting.
Beautiful. And Sluke over on the K-shot, not even 4 points. So the longest range for New Zealand is MGJ's 90. Very interesting, but it has been how we've seen some teams play this in the league. So first cap over to Adelaide Revenge. Latias unfortunately not able to get the the snipe with the range over onto the other side as
Oh,
Ladias getting tap-shotting Slug. That's
nice.
always interesting.
Interesting to me that Luke decided to prioritize the Xbox. Nice snipe there by Ladius. Very nice. Alright, here we go. Ladius has started taking kills.
Yep, she's already on 2. MGJ also with 2. Yoshiko get with a bag on Slug. We'd like to see that early just to get a bit of spice in the game.
Alright, we have... The zones are still counting down here for the Adelaide Revenge. Oh, I say that right as we get a bit of paint down. It seems like Rush decided to sort of split 2 and 2 for the moment, which makes sense with your 2 zones here. Slick trying to get the spike, gets 1 there. Gets hit by that mine, throws missiles, gets the trade. Fair enough. That's 2 down on Adelaide.
That's excellent work from non-traditional frontliner Sluke. So Matthew there struggling to get up onto the overlook to try and challenge Ladias, but he is occupying her time quite a bit and is being a bit of a nuisance.
Yeah, his bomb's coming out.
Yeah, so within that, New Zealand Rush have taken the lead from the Adelaide as Yoshiko gets another kill onto Sluke. No bag this time, because why not? Bag once, but don't bag again.
Oh,
Be consistent with your bags. All I'll say.
Yosh did kind of walk into a 3v1 there, which was unfortunate. Probably had not much idea, considering someone was sort of just hiding around the corner. But Griffin's doing some really good work here, just keeping the zone painted, making sure nobody gets too close to it. Very nice to see.
Yep, and the splats are drying up for the Adelaide Revenge, but as I say that, Ladias gets another one onto Sluke, so this penalty is counting down for the New Zealand Rush. They'll be into points territory pretty soon as 2 players on the Adelaide Revenge go down again up on the upper area.
Yeah, we got 2 members of the Rush going up there. Oh, MGJ does decide to come back down. I assumed they were trying to rush Ladius there, but apparently decided not to fall back. They are down to 20 points now. That's not very long for Adelaide to get back in and get these zones now.
Yeah, it's nearly panic stations. We've got a bomb rush out from the Bob first. Needs to find another pick or 2 as the armor has come out from Griffin. They do cap the zone, but it's just going to flip straight back over into New Zealand's hands. Griffin with the junior is going to...
Oh.
Bob Ghost survives that. But there's still 3 members of the New Zealand Rush up there. So that's going to be really difficult for the Adelaide Revenge to try and get back into this. There are another 2 down. Yoshiko is being hunted, but Matthew unfortunately going down, which leaves Sluke alone in this upper area, chased by missiles. Plays the safe option and retreats back into the...
Yeah, the penalty is almost gone again now, so we're almost back to 10 points. That's really not long. Adelaide need to get in right now if they want to do anything. 2-1. Oh.
No, but they're just too far away. So well done to New Zealand Rush. With the rushdown comp that they had, basically distracting Adelaide Revenge from really going back to the zone. So that's the sort of decision that you've got to make as you go for the people that are in my face and killing me, or to just try and make a beeline for the zone. And really balanced approach there from the New Zealand Rush. They had 2 people sort of sitting on the lower area, painting up, providing armor, while Sluke and Matthew tried to basically trade out each other, and they got the picks on the Adelaide Revenge, and basically the timer just ticked down from there as Adelaide couldn't really approach the zone.
Yeah, and Adelaide had a pretty good hold of the zones and mid at the very beginning, and they got a decent amount of points there. But yeah, like you said, as soon as the Rush got set up there, they just held it. They kept rotating around, they kept covering when someone went down and making sure Adelaide couldn't get out again. Yeah, that was really nice to watch. Very well done there.
And that actually puts New Zealand at match point. If they win this next match, which is on Gobi Arena, thank you to the Patty Doodles pick and ban and flight zones.
All right. So
New Zealand could win their first match in the Firetail League. It's only taken them 5 weeks.
that is true.
But I could be cursing them.
Commentator's curse is a thing. Let's try not to jinx them too much.
No, they have a chance. Not saying they
Yes.
will. They have a chance.
True, and we do still have one more set after this as well. So, even if
And if they do lose this, then it'll be New Zealand's pick of the mode again. So
yeah, which they're having a bit of fun with that one, I think. So
well, tower control's gone. So what?
yeah.
So
Alright.
the Rush probably don't want to go there. So they have the next 2 games. They do have to face the Adelaide Revenge on their own pick of Gobi Arena. Let me just dig up some stats of Gobi Arena.
It definitely seems like Adelaide are picking maps that will suit Latias, that's for sure. Because this can be pretty annoying if the other team has a sniper as well.
It
But-
has only been picked, I believe, twice in Splat Zones. And one of them was won by the Adelaide Revenge.
Okay.
Against the Perth Fury last week. And Latias was playing in that one.
Yeah. I think I commentated
You would have been commentating
Yeah,
that one.
I was just remembering. All I remember from that game, to be honest, is a lot of bubbles and then the inkjet right at the end. I think that would have been Yosh, probably.
Getting the inkjet kill through the bubbles? Is that right?
Something. It was like there was bubbles behind Yosh, and then Yosh went up on the plat.
No, Latias got the snipe between the bubbles as well.
That was a good game. That was a really good game. If we can get a replay of that game, I will be very happy.
Australia's instant replay from last week.
That would be perfect. I do wonder if we'll see the same kind of strategy. I imagine we probably will from Adelaide Revenge. I mean, if it worked for them last week, then why not?
Yep. So they did have a comp of Cozy on the NZAP, Yosh on the T-Tech, Latias on the E-Liter, Biscuit on the Custom Explosher. That's more or less sort of what we saw from them on Moray Towers. Maybe Gobi Arena is more of their go.
Yep. All right. Well,
So we shall see. Match point here for the New Zealand Rush. If they win this, they win the set and the match over the Adelaide Revenge and dash their finals hopes. So we've got Matthew on the CDS Griffin again with the Junior, and Yosh with the Kensa shot and Bob with the Neo Splashomatic. So a little bit of a different setup with the different personnel, but should be effective. Should be more or less effective as Latias gets nice first pick onto MGJ.
very early cap there. That should be a decent amount of points, although there's a lot of green just sneaking onto this zone here. Latias very much trying to get this splat onto Sloop. Oh, has to retreat past that bomb. We've got the rain coming out there. We've got rain on both sides at the moment. So that should mostly cancel each other out. We're already down to 50 points here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad.
Latias unfortunately getting the armor punch and getting traded out, but MGJ, there we go, nearly a cap, there it is.
Nice.
So, unfortunately down to 36 on their first push, and Adelaide Revenge can sort of, they've got the bomb rush ready to retake, and it's being fired off now, and Bob Ghost does get picked off, so this will be, that's 2 down now on the side of Adelaide Revenge. Matthew gets 2.5, I think, with the fall off. Unfortunately, could have splattered Latias right there and then, but unfortunately gets splattered by Yosh. MGJ jumps into his death, and this might be a recap for...
It has to be a recap. Nice work there. Griffin going down as well, so that's now 2 down on the New Zealand Rush. Adelaide will be very much trying to set up here. We've got some bombs coming out, missiles coming out. Bit of patchy yank, but there we go. Bit of teamwork. Yosh and Bob Ghost working together. Leave a splat there. Oh,
MGJ! Let's get the Strutty's instant replay of that, please. That was very nice shooting from MGJ. He's trying to get some more onto Latias. So the missiles here, Matthew unfortunately going in on, but MGJ spots 1. Yosh gets another 1.
Yeah, very
and
nice.
2. Very nice triple there from MGJ to get them back in as I think They're almost through the penalty, but it's being hotly contested, and it's flipped back over to the Adelaide Revenge again.
Yeah, that bomb rush there doing exactly what it should. Although it was a little bit patchy, they had to get a few more shots in to finish off the zone there, which is always the problem with bomb rush. It's not always as good at painting as you would have thought. Matthew taking on the X-Wash. Nice.
Good use of the CDS, but unfortunately Bob Ghost is in the zone. So, gets an assist. Very, very nice work. I wonder who got that eventual final damage on that one. Maybe a Latias from the stands there, but very, very good teamwork coming out, spotting out players, and then basically calling out and say, hey, there's a guy there.
Definitely seems like there's a bit of pairing up, a bit of teamwork, a bit of rotating to each other's assistance here. Very nice to see from Adelaide.
Yeah, and now... Yeah, and New Zealand Rush are in danger here, but I think... they're in a little bit of danger now. Sluke is the last... Daring him down. Sees a jump marker, but it's Matthew's CDS, so he gets away, and that'll be the penalty. Oh, Latias finally gets one. That's a nice one, but unfortunately that cushion is not helping Sluke.
Jeez, alright, we did get, Adelaide did get down to 10 points there, which is a very nice lead. We only have a minute 10 left as well, so if they can just hold this, even if they lose it a couple times, as long as they can keep getting it back, they should be able to get this. Alright, we have Yosh here trying to get the splats. Oh, nice, does get one there, able to force the other person, Griffin, off. So New Zealand Rush just really trying to get this zone and struggling a bit to get their paint down. Oh,
there we go. Sluke with a nice pick onto Latias. Is pressured now by the baller of Biscuit. And the bomb rush coming out from the Bob Ghost watches one of his teammates go down. It's just Matthew and Sluke left alive for the New Zealand Rush as they do get another splat. And they have control again there through their penalty.
Yeah, it looks like they're focusing a bit on Latias here, just trying to take out that very dangerous opponent.
Sluke going on to a nice flank and distracting Latias. That's excellent work. So now Yosh and Bob Ghost. This is going to be really close. Who's got specials ready? So that's an armor coming out from NZ. Yoshiko with the missiles. Are they enough to recap the zone?
We got a rank coming out as well. They need to paint now. Yosh goes down.
And that'll be New Zealand taking the win.
Oh, it was so well set up for Adelaide for so long there, and they had such a good lead, but just they got locked out, and I think New Zealand just started getting a lot of kills there. I think those kills are almost completely equal as well.
Yeah, but New Zealand just got the right kills at the right time, so great teamwork there. Well, Sluke sort of half making a hero play, but in a way, it was the perfect setup. Back Latias into a corner where there's another team member waiting, and they just got pick after pick. The special use was a bit chaotic, but I think, Sluke got the rain out. Sluke or Matthew, one of the two. Ink Storms got the rain out, kept the zone painted through, and they got the lead as a result. The only special that Adelaide Revenge really had for those last few seconds was the missiles, and that alone wasn't enough.
Yeah, that's not the kind of special you want when you want to be painting a zone, unfortunately. It can do some painting, but it's not particularly good at it.
That would mean the opponents run through the
Yeah, exactly.
Do paint it. But congratulations to the New Zealand Rush who have won their first set in the final round. They get on the board. They've doubled their number of set wins from the last 4 weeks combined, and I believe that will knock Adelaide Revenge out of finals contention. So these last 4 games are gonna be, well, just playing for a bit of pride, a bit of fun, and we'll see what happens as Adelaide do pick Camp Triggerfish.
Oh, now I'm just looking at the stats right now, and I mean, Perth Fury was sitting on 1 win, 3 losses, 4 sets, and 13 games. So New Zealand are now equal in sets and games. Oh, no, they have more games, sorry. So I think this has just knocked New Zealand up to 5th at minimum.
Right, but Perth obviously have a match
still
to
have a game
play.
tomorrow.
Yeah, versus the Melbourne Maelstrom. So.
So it'd be interesting see how that one goes as well tomorrow, and see how these teams end up once everything is done. All right. Oh, we have our next map. This is Ken.
I'm guessing, if I was to guess, this is a Riptide map. In terms of not picking it, not being able to play it.
We pick it, and then we tend to lose. But you know, Grace is a fan of it. It's just such a weird map, especially zones. Because at least like tower control, I mean, every other mode on this map, I think you have that little bridge across the middle of it. Zones, it's basically 2 maps that are joined near spawn. It's incredibly awkward to try and move around. If you have any kind of range, someone's just going to sit on the wall and snipe you. Bombs are broken. It's just so weird compared to every other map in the game. Camp is just a bizarre design.
So you're saying it's a Splat 1 map?
Yeah. But I do wonder what Adelaide are thinking with this one. I mean, it's another sniper-friendly map.
Yeah, do we see them go Explosion again? Like, it hasn't quite worked versus New Zealand. 4-point plus 3 shooters, so...
I mean, on this one, you can't get rushed as easily, which is something. People have to come very predefined routes, so the explosion can probably stay safe a little bit easier. But yeah, gonna be interesting to see what we get in terms of comps and such here.
Just super quick, thank you very much, Xylem, for gifting subs to a few people in the chat. And
hey,
Bricks as well. Thank you very much, Andrew.
Alright, what do we got in terms of comps here?
So we got a splatter scope from Latias, a custom explosher, and again the ballpoint plus 3.
Yeah, we already have 2 going down on the New Zealand rush here. Latias getting that snipe there. So glad the camera.
Those are some wall hacks right there. So MGJ dying around the corner. That's some broken Adelaide internet. If I no, she lives in Perth. But Latias getting pressured. Doesn't quite jump out. Probably could have swam there as Matt gets the splat onto her. Working in tandem with Slook to try and retake the zone that is being occupied by Biscuit.
Yeah, rain coming out as well. That can do quite a bit on this map. It's so narrow that a lot of the specials will completely block off a path.
There we go.
Oh, nice.
And just like that, New Zealand Rush's push on that Adelaide side is being shut down by the combination of the backline. Yes, could have gotten the second flick onto MGJ, but we won't forgive that. We'll forgive her for that.
Yeah, we're already down to 10 points here. This is so close to being finished. We've got 3 coming for Rush's zone, and they can't even get in on time. Well, that was that was a good win.
A nice solid win from the Adelaide Revenge. Unfortunately, a little bit later, have already won the set, but you know, a game win's a game win. Yosh with 6 splats. Slook with the donuts.
Very nice.
Matching his buddy on the ballpoint pit vibe.
If only Adelaide had picked that map earlier.
Well, I would say to that they did win on Gobi last week against Perth, so maybe that's why they've picked it. But
yeah,
so that'll be another win for them on. So Camp Triggerfish, yeah, it's only been played, I think. Hang on. Yeah, it's only been played twice between Brisbane and NZ and
Okay. On splat zones or
on splat zones.
Alright.
So there we go. A couple of sets going 2-1 in New Zealand Russia's favour. So now this last set, we will see coming up from the Adelaide Revenge.
Yeah. Chat seems quite keen to get some clams for the last set. I don't think we've seen much clams at all in this tournament. Certainly not the games I've watched.
Some steamed clams. Well, it was picked all 3 matches last week.
Oh, okay.
So New Zealand have picked it in the 3 weeks in 3 of the 4 weeks thus far. But of course it is Adelaide and they have not picked clams as such, but they have played it versus Sydney as well as Perth.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I guess it makes sense to avoid clams a bit in the earlier weeks because it is the mode that kind of requires the most teamwork. You need to, be able to keep track of your teammates, know what your teammates might be doing, be able to react to them, rotate. So a bit of practice together would definitely help with winning clams.
However, unfortunately, our mode is...
Oh no.
Hit the
Come
button.
on, Overlays.
Rainmaker!
Hey!
Sorry, clams fans, you might have to wait until tomorrow.
Alright, so since we're going that, I wonder what maps we're gonna see banned here. Chad is very disappointed. I'm sorry, Chad. You would just have to go talk to the teams that are playing tomorrow and convince them to play clams.
Yeah.
I love for I'm totally gonna call you out. Gabby just saying no one picks CB when Cat is on. I know, right? Am I jinxing it? Is it just that nobody wants me to see some clams play?
Petition to let Calamar Cat commentate clams.
Yes, please. Yeah, I think I saw it last week, but that's it. You're someone with the Rainmaker love. Fair. All right, so these are the maps we have apparently. So everyone
Shout
really
out to
likes
Patty Diddles. For the Patty Diddles pick and ban on a Rainmaker. We do have...
I'm looking at these percentages, and like the highest picked map is Piranha Pit, followed by Black Belly, and then followed by, it looks like Anchovy, and then Wahoo.
Yep, but unfortunately we will not see Black Belly Skate Park Rainmaker today as New Zealand Rush have banned it, and
these teams really hate me. That's my favorite map. Way. All right, what do we got? What do we got for bans from Adelaide? Let's see what we got. Clam Maker? That would be an interesting mode, Pochi. I don't know. There's just something about Black Belly and the fact that it just feels like... I mean, it's a skate park. It feels like a playground. I love it. But it's certainly not for all weapons, so...
It's for tri-sloshers and tri-sloshers only.
And short-range shooters.
Burst bombs.
Yeah. But...
I like how we're talking more about the band match.
I mean, we don't have our other bands or anything yet, so... I also haven't seen... I don't think I've seen Manta at all yet this tournament, because everyone keeps banning Manta when I'm watching.
I've seen Manta Maria, so that was Brisbane Boom, week 1 versus Perth, I think.
Okay.
It might have happened somewhere else as well, judging by the 3% pick.
Yeah, definitely.
Sorry, Brisbane Boom versus Adelaide.
Oh, we have Adelaide have banned Piranha Pit.
Oh,
so
the
the most popular map. Interesting. These teams really want to run some odd...
They've obviously seen the Patty Diddles pick and ban screen and decided, you know what? We're going to play some different maps for you guys.
Yeah.
We don't mind that.
What might we see? I mean, Albacore gets banned a lot. We've had Sturgeon once, apparently. Muscle Forge has only been played once and banned a few times, so...
Gobi's been played once by Perth versus Sydney, and Perth won that.
Alright. You're someone saying players are absolutely using these graphics to outthink the opposing team. I mean, fair if so.
The information is readily available. Watched
Yeah.
everything thus far.
Oh. Yeah, let's get some different maps. Come on, teams. Give us something we haven't seen too much yet. That would be nice.
Now you're requesting the teams instead of sliding into the DMs. It's like, hey.
This is fine.
So saying play clams, as well as play maps that you potentially haven't practiced.
I mean, makes it a bit more interesting, right? And you can always, try and like reverse psychology the other team, as long as you don't accidentally reverse psychology your own team as well. But this is fine.
No, but that's the real high IQ strats.
Oh dear. All right, come on, let's pick a map. They're definitely putting a lot of thought into this right now. Well, we might have it coming through.
Yeah,
No.
I mean, New Zealand want to go for their 3-0, right?
Oh yeah, they're trying to stat pad as much as they can right now.
Come on, chat. Who wants to see New Zealand Rush take a 3-0, and who wants to see Adelaide win a set to make it 1-2?
Yeah, who is everyone going for this last set? Also, we have our map. It is Muscle Forge. I am very happy because we've only seen this once so far.
One of the 10%ers. Let's go.
Nice. All right. So Muscle Forge Rainmaker. It is a different map.
We haven't seen it since week 1 when Adelaide picked it. Wow, wait.
Okay, interesting.
And Adelaide did win that map against Brisbane. So, Slook is either 0 IQ or 1,000 IQ right now.
I mean, if they are going to continue doing like the ballpoint of the 3 shooters comp, the mobility on that I could see being quite useful for this, because like you do want to be pushing up ahead of the Rainmaker so hard on this map. Range can be nice, but you are pushing uphill. You are pushing up onto battlements. So I like having a short range shooter for sure, or something similar. We've seen some buckets do some pretty devastating things on this before. I don't think we're going to get any tonight, unfortunately.
Yeah, none of these players in these teams really play bucket.
Yeah, we've sort of got shooters.
Okay, is the custom Explosher, does that count as a bucket?
That's fair. See, I just think of that as burst bomb launcher. So, but I mean, technically it's a bucket. It could be quite nice for this actually, because I'm trying to think how far the range is from that, but you could possibly just kind of stand in mid and rain ink onto the Rainmaker podium with Explosh. So
it is quite it does unfortunately as being quite a slow weapon for Rainmaker.
Yeah.
But that being said, it does have its advantages, particularly Muscle Forge being able to flick up onto the high ground and provide support from low ground without actually having to physically be there.
Yeah. Because there is sort of choke points on this map as well, and sometimes we get to see, 6 or 7 people all go down in the span of about 3 seconds because everyone is trying to rush through on the same level at the same time, and they just all die to a bomb or something. So it can be nice having that bit of range, have someone staying back so that, if the frontliners do go down, you've at least got your mid and back liners to sort of try and keep defending for those 8 seconds. But yeah, it could be interesting to see how this goes. I mean, even just being able to paint ahead of the Rainmaker and get the turf down, that is very important in Rainmaker as well, making it easier for the Rainmaker carrier to keep moving. So, I don't know. I keep thinking about comps, and I'm a little worried about Adelaide. But anyway, this is fine.
New Zealand definitely trying to finish this first season of the Firetail League on a high, winning 3 sets in a row. Can they do it? It is Rainmaker on Muscle Forge Fitness. I believe Latias has done her as we Blink and MG with 2 splooshes for a total of 4 splat bombs. So definitely 1 out of the Straps book.
Yeah, we do appreciate the sploosh 7s. Very nice. MJJ trying to get really quick push here, but does get taken out.
Nope, both splooshes are down.
Oh, it's straight down to a bomb. Very
Oh,
nice.
we got some fireworks, Griffin. Oh no.
That is
Muscle
3
Forge
down
Fitness. Hanging in the air like that. Biscuit over here on the Kensa Dynamo. We haven't seen that in this set just yet, as the Booyah Bomb coming out as Bobgo is just basically legging it, but the bomb coming out from, I think, Matthew, just saving New Zealand Rush's bacon.
That is a full wipe onto New Zealand Rush there, so this will definitely be a reset opportunity for Adelaide Revenge here.
Yep.
Liam
getting one with the missiles, gets another one with the... Yes, very well done by Liam. Bob goes coming up on the side, and that's a dunk.
Well played
done. Yeah.
That's what we like to see. The minute and a bit Rainmaker game there. Very nicely done. And this Spready's instant replay here, just such nice work there. Pushing up around the...
I think, Liam, 7 splats in a minute.
That is so well done there. All right. Well, I mean, so far in every set, Adelaide have taken at least 1 game. So they're definitely making New Zealand fight for this. Like, it's not just a stomp. But
no, not at all.
That was impressive. So I am really keen to see these next couple of games. Also, can I just say, the double sploosh 7. I know that's, a thing. It's a strategy now, but I love it. I still, every time I see that, I absolutely love it.
You do have to throw bombs in the right spots and try to not take fights head on because you are a sploosh.
Yep. But, we've seen some good bombs coming out from these teams so far. And you do have hammers. So a good hammer is always amazing to watch, no matter what.
I don't think they were alive long enough
really
get one.
Because that was possibly, if they'd been able to push and they could have used the hammer to go up that ramp there, that could have been devastating. But they weren't alive particularly much in that minute and a bit.
Yeah, but that's the thing. So MGJ once again picking up the Rainmaker first when maybe he could have gone and built up a ultra stamp and gone.
Yeah, well, that's always the thing with Rainmaker. It's like when you have an opportunity to pick up the Rainmaker, do you? There are people who just pick it up and gun it and just hope they get some points. And there are people who either won't pick it up or will pick it up and then sit there for a bit and try and decide what they want to do. So,
well, it 100% worked for Adelaide, just going straight in.
Yeah, just keep running. It's fine. But definitely getting the splats there. Liam with that 7. Basically 1 every 10 seconds in that game, considering how long it went. So very nicely done there.
Used the whole range with missiles and the main weapon. So very good work. So we'll see if Adelaide can keep it up. New Zealand Rush have picked Inkblot Art Academy.
Okay. We've seen some interesting games on this so far in this series. I can think of I think week 1, I was commentating one that either got one or almost got one by a team leaving the Rainmaker in their base and not realizing that someone was hiding around the corner. That is definitely a problem with this map. And we've seen a couple of we've seen a couple of quick tower pushes, I think.
So Inkblot has only been played, I believe, 3 times. Sorry.
Okay.
Sydney's picked it in week 1. New Zealand picked it week 2. Adelaide banned at week 3 and Melbourne picked 4. I'm just trying to find the results of the NZ game.
Crow Boy, thank you very much. Appreciate
Ultra
that.
Snap go. New Zealand lost that match to the Melbourne Maelstrom. 30, whereas Melbourne scored 83 on the Rainmaker Art Academy game. So, actually, here's one for you. Melbourne Maelstrom have won both of the Rainmaker Inkblot Art Academy matches.
Oh.
So there you go. Whoever's so per theory, if you're playing Rainmaker, guarantee you probably will. Might want to ban Inkblot Art Academy against Melbourne Maelstrom.
There we go. Just some tips for tomorrow. All right, what do we got here? A nice quad shooter comp with the double swoosh 7 once again. Love to see it.
Yep, so Biscuit, the odd man out, unfortunately.
Yeah. We do have a K-Pro by the look of it as well. So a little bit of range on Adelaide Revenge. But, you know, mobility on those shooters can always make up for it.
Here we go, Ultra Stamp, go, whack, 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 whack.
Except MGJ didn't manage to get anyone because a teammate took out the target before they could get it. So that was a little bit unfortunate.
That's good teamwork. That's what we call it.
Unfortunately, we didn't get to see any nice hammer plays, but good teamwork.
There's still another 4 minutes 15 to go, so, and the, Biscuit with the Dynamo, that's not quite cheating versus these short range shooters. Here we go, Slick with an opportunity from, doesn't pick up Yosh, and throws it away.
Movement.
Loki could have been on Play of the Week.
Ray here should be able to get the double, very nice. Alright, 2 down on Adelaide Revenge right now. We've got the armor coming out.
Ray 13, I'm not sure where you are going.
It's a bit of a, you know, long way
Probably
around.
lost his directions on his way to Australia from New Zealand.
Alright, we did have the Rainmaker go down there with 3 down. So Adelaide will be trying to get back in. Oh, Bokker's getting 1 there, I think. Now setting up in battlements. This is the danger here. If you get someone set up in battlements... Oh no, Bokker's does go down, so that will be...
Yep.
That's the lead though. Very nice.
Yep, I think there is a Booyah Bomb coming out though, and
Ooh.
Dynamo to the face, but that is traded, and MGJ, doesn't get one with the Ultra Stamp at all. Oh, what a shame.
We have 3 down on New Zealand Rush right now, so Adelaide, if they can get this pop and get some points in, Slick does
Yeah, 2 went down to the pop, I think, and that's taken to 19. Yosh and Biscuit taking out Griffin, but I don't think they have enough bombs or damage to pop the Rainmaker. Oh, here we go. MGJ with the... Oh, that's a double! With the Ultra Stamp. Going for the plays. MGJ going for another one, gets Yosh!
That's
instant replay, please! MGJ with the Sploosh 7 work. The Ultra Stamp finally paying dividends. But they need to push this past 19, and no, it gets taken out in mid by Yosh on the K-Pro.
This map is very green right now. Adelaide Revenge are doing really well on just getting the paint down, which is going to make it that little bit harder for New Zealand Rush to get back in. We've got the missiles coming out here. Got a Booyah
bomb as well, but the Rainmaker's gone before. Got a chance to take that one down. The Inkjet there taking out one other player, so now it's just the K-Pro left alive on the side of the Adelaide Revenge. We've got another Ultra Stamp coming out from MJ, finds one. Can he find another? No, not before the Rainmaker goes down, but Ray 13 is there to sort of clean up them.
That little bit of teamwork there, very nice. Alright, we got Biscuit just trying to get some paint out. That Dynamo is doing so well on the paint. It's really keeping mid very green, which is going to be helping them so much. Oh, Yosh with that splat. Nice little turn there.
Yeah, Yosh is on 15 already, channeling teammate Jero's vibes and just going in with the K-Pro. Gets another one that's 16, so really all of Adelaide Revenge chiming in, doing a lot of work. So we got another hammer coming out, but Bolkos is just going to go.
Hey!
Liam going for the drip pick opportunity, wipe, so that it'll be set number 3 and Rainmaker to the Adelaide Revenge.
Very nice. Alright, well that does mean New Zealand Rush aren't going to get their 3-0 for sets. 19 on Yosh, 10 on Biscuit there. I mean, we did have 11 on Race 13 and Griffin there. But just so well played by Adelaide Revenge. Really just kind of keeping the pressure up constantly. And the turf. So... yeah, they've really put into their name there with the Adelaide Revenge.
Yep. Hey, Kat.
Hmm?
Just a question. What's better than 2 Sploosh 7s?
4 Sploosh 7s?
Correct. Maybe that's why it's not working out for the New Zealand. Not everyone's bought into the strategy.
We have chiming in from behind the curtain here, Gabby, with the 8 Sploosh 7s is by far the best. All or nothing. That's it. We need the 8 Sploosh 7s. Surely, come on.
We might leave that to the All-Star game.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be an idea. Map mode, Blackbelly Skate Park, 4 Sploosh 7s, 8 Sploosh 7s.
Oh my goodness. That would be amazing. I don't think I've ever seen... I've even watched some meme games in the past, and I don't think I've ever seen 8 Sploosh 7s. It would be awful to try and commentate.
The Sploosh 7's been taken out by the Sploosh 7. Oh, the platform's got the 7 Sploosh 7.
Oh, jeez. This would be great.
Do we shorten it to S7? Or just 7? SS. Sploosh 7. SS.
I feel like it'd have to be S7. But, oh, here we go. All right, we have...
So we could start S Club 7. S! Yes! Right on cue.
Anyway, we do still have a 9th game to. So, Anchovy Games has been picked by the New Zealand Rush. They're so fond of this game, of this map. Everyone is so fond of this map. I mean, fair. Rainmaker and Anchovy is quite fun. I do have a bit of a tendency myself to do the crazy push around the far right along the propeller thing, which is not particularly recommended. But it is fun.
We've seen it go once or twice in the league so far. I do see Untitled Splatoon team take it quite a few times, but I think they've sort of stopped because it has been a little bit predictable. But it is an option, particularly if the other team have set up for that. Basically the regular push, yeah. But Rainmaker and Splatoon is about being.
Yeah, you don't want to keep doing, like, especially if you're making a few tries at a push in the same game. If you just keep pushing the same route every single time, you do get very predictable, and the other team may set up a defense line specifically to counter that. I mean, this map in particular only has those 2 Rainmaker pushes. There's kind of I guess, a little bit of variation you can make, but it is very limited in your paths. Unlike other maps, which might have like 4 pushes. But yeah, you don't want to get too predictable because
no, not at all.
So.
But what? Okay. Well, we'll ask chat. Predict how many Sploosh 7s you'll see in this match.
Ooh, yes.
Combined.
Come on, how many are we gonna get? 0. Oh, 0 coming in.
All right.
Oh, all right.
Let's count them.
What do we got?
None. Congrats if you predicted 0.
So mean. All right. What do we got instead? Ends up Kensa Dynamo, Kensa Pro, Kensa Splattershot versus the 96 Kensa Splattershot, Tenatech, and Kensa Pro. Alright, it's only a little bit of variation between the 2 teams.
Yeah,
Ooh.
so first player to go down is the NZAP, but Ray 13, that's 3 down now. Last is Biscuit with the Dynamo. Does have the Booyah Bomb ready. I think this Rainmaker is going as Biscuit is now down. Griffin with the Inkjet. I'm not sure if I've seen her play that in the Firetail League far, but MGJ going into the corner, unfortunately going down to Liam, who's then surrounded by members of the New Zealand Rush, and that will be a wipe on the side of New Zealand Rush. So Adelaide Revenge giving up a push to 33 initially, not the worst, but definitely room for improvement there for New Zealand.
Yeah, that last little bit of the push is quite hard on this map. And there's a good chunk in the middle that's honestly quite easy, just because you've basically got to go down the ramp, and if your teammates are pushing ahead, then you're pretty safe. But yeah, sort of the getting into the other team's base and then that last little bit, those are hard. So, alright.
Basically going down, so we're leaving Bob Gross, the last one alive. Gonna be surrounded pretty soon. Ray 13 coming from the back. Bob actually drops down so that Ray doesn't just pop it and pick it up and get some free points, which is kind of smart. So
yeah, you don't want to be going down in your own base with the Rainmaker. That's basically 3 points for the other team there. So
Liam getting the Rainmaker kill, and
we had 2 down for both teams there for a bit. Oh, we have 2 down on Adelaide Revenge once again, 1 down on New Zealand Rush. Adelaide rotating around here trying to get into position to defend this. It is a bit hard to sort of find somewhere you can... Oh, that Rainmaker splat around the corner there. Very
wow. Nice. Very well done. That is a wipe now, and this will be New Zealand Rush's dunk by Ray 13, and they pick up game 9, and that'll be 2-1 in favour of the Adelaide Revenge in that set.
Yeah,
there we go. Ray 13, and then MGJ picking up the last splat there.
Yeah. Oh, that was pretty quick as well there. So both of these teams pretty good at Rainmaker, as it turns out.
Yep.
Just Adelaide getting those early couple of games there. So.
Yep. Right. An entertaining series nonetheless. New Zealand Rush picking up their first win in the final round, going 2-1 winners over the Adelaide Revenge. That they did win it in the end 5-4, all up. We do avoid the unfortunate situation of winning more games but then losing the set.
Yep.
But yeah, well done and thank you very much for playing in this season of the Firetail League to both teams.
Yeah, it's been great to watch. Like this today, I mean, 5-4. That's pretty close. So it's definitely been entertaining to watch this tonight. I believe we are looking to get someone to interview in a second. So certainly be interesting. I want to know who, like, I just want to know the mode picks, to be honest. I just want to know what the teams were thinking with those. Because
New Zealand's is a no-brainer. Tower Control's their best mode. But yeah, so Adelaide Revenge Splat Zones basically bring Latias in, try and win the games, and then go from there. But New Zealand basically spoiled Latias's party, and so now she's got what's that? 4 losses out of her 15 games.
Yeah, so.
And her death count would have been increased as well.
Oh, that's a question we just got. Sure. Why not?
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
I have a feeling New Zealand might be celebrating quite a bit right now. I mean, yeah,
bring them in.
Why not?
Bring them all in. May as well for their last game of the regular season anyway. Some of them may still be able to play in the All-Star game if you vote for them.
Yes, I assume that probably needs to be, those votes need to be in soon. So definitely go look for, if you want, trying to figure out where to find the link to vote, it is on the Firetail Twitter. That's
the easiest way I know of to find it.
Or checkers
there we go.
can link it into the chat.
Johnny? Possibly? What is... No, that's probably some kind of... Oh, there we go. Closed Monday night at midnight. Cool. All right, so yes, please go vote if you haven't already for who you'd like to see in the All-Star matches. That will be highly entertaining. I will be very disappointed if I don't see 8 Splish 7s at some point, but, you know, up to the teams.
I believe we can vote on... yeah. We shall see what checkers and checkers, as I'm calling them now.
Fair.
None of this Chembo stuff. Checkers.
Oh, here we go. Okay, we have people coming in. Hey, welcome.
I haven't brought you in. Please welcome the victorious New Zealand Rush team.
We won. Took 5 weeks, but we got there.
How does it feel? What? So after the second Splat Zones game, when you won on Gobi Arena, chat like.
Everyone was just shouting.
Crazy. It was chaotic. It's like we finally won something that wasn't tower control for one, and then we actually won set. Like that is incredible. We did not see that coming, but very happy to play spoiler today. So yeah.
No, well done. So how was your prep leading into this week? Did you come in just relaxed, or were you just completely serious mode? We need to.
Well, we were thinking that we did want to win because it would still secure us, hopefully not to place last out of all the teams. The way we prepared for it was just scrim. We didn't even discuss the map list this time, and it's worked out somehow.
You just went scrim 9 and just...
Since we have...
we just went
the map list.
No, we didn't do scrim 9. So the way the Firetail scrims have been working is we play 3 games out of each mode, including Turf War. And we just go on from there. We just randomize the map list.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, because otherwise it takes too long and it takes 1.5 hours to play. Yeah.
Basically.
not as many games. So, yeah, fair enough.
And I think Sydney were nice enough to scrim us quite a lot last week, right?
Sydney. Shout out to
Thank you, Sydney.
Thank you, Sydney.
There we go. That's the split, apparently.
Definitely pulling a few strings.
It was definitely some moments of really good teamwork that we could see from you guys. So I guess just the scrimming whatever maps, I guess you would have been maybe incidentally focusing on that, but I feel like that came through quite a bit in what we could see.
Yeah. So. I'm pretty proud of what we were able to do this week, because the games that we won were because we fixed the problems that everybody talks about with our team, with our passiveness with our team. We might not be confident enough to go and rush and just make insane plays. But that completely changed.
By the end of it, we've become a team, like an actual team.
Yeah,
which is
it's only taken you 5 weeks.
Yeah. But we had fun along the way, so you know.
And that's what matters. Talk me through your process for Turf Wars, because you've won 4 out of the 5 Turf Wars.
Turf champs.
You guys are Turf champs. So, like, how much actually goes into that, and how come do you think that hasn't translated to as much success in the other modes in the previous weeks?
Who wants to explain that?
Luke.
Surely not.
I can.
Easily exploitable, I guess. Like, it's similar to some maps like Arowana TC where you can just, you know, once we get a backline up on the right side, like what can they do? They have to like force that right side. It's the same with these shifty station maps where like there are some really weird choke points you can like just keep down. For this one, it was like once you get top mid, you can like a backline of top mid. You can basically hold down the whole top mid. Last week, it was this map where you had to like hit the buttons and they would like
the switches. Yep.
Yeah, and like we found out like if you don't touch the middle button, they basically can't get into our spawn at all. So we just did that, and you know they hit the button, we go into their spawn, just stuff like that. We can just exploit things. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's about it.
No, that's good. And coming into today's match against Adelaide, were you definitely cautious of the sort of firepower that Latias was fighting? But you guys did pretty well in the 3 Splat Zones matches that you had when she was in the lineup. So Moray Towers, a bit of a different approach with your short range comp. Tell us about that.
With Moray Towers zones, it's kind of like a trick. It's like a trick question. You think that Elite is going to be like the best map on it, when in actual fact, as soon as you run backline on Moray, which they ran 2, they get basically locked out as soon as we get the snipe. So
yeah, because it's not Splat 1 anymore, it's Splat 2.
Yeah. so they ran it. We ran ankleless and took their snipe. We took their overlook, and they had a pretty hard time getting back in.
Yep, definitely noticed that on the stream. And then, well, basically, you guys just carried that forward into Govey Arena. It was Adelaide's pick. Were you sort of psyching yourself up for that? And did you prepare for Govey Arena? Just hoping that they ran double backline again, and then just do the same as you did on Moray Towers.
Again, that was a big one. We were like, oh,
I was just glad they didn't pick camp the second game.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I actually forgot what team comp they ran.
Elite Flush.
Yep.
Okay, they did run double backline. Elite is a very strong weapon on that map, so we had to make sure that we were very mobile while the E-leader was sitting around, just firing shots, trying to get picks. So it did make painting the zone a bit more harder, but when the E-leader was out of action, we had free reign over everything else. Because we weren't really scared of playing against Latias that much as well. So
well, I mean, we were, but we told ourselves we
Speak for
weren't.
yourselves.
Yeah.
I wasn't, at least.
That's definitely the way to approach it. Callum, have you got anything else to ask of our victorious New Zealand Rush team?
No, I think you've covered everything. I don't know. I'm just still baffled on how some of those things happened, but I'll just watch the replays later. That's fine.
I'm not sure some of these guys know exactly what happened either.
I wonder if FLC will be proud of us.
Well, we will see on the HR support analysis desk. Potentially, if it's still going next week. Thank you very much, guys, or just guys and girls. I'll just go through one by one and see if you've got any shout-outs that you want to give out before we go. So, Kaz.
Just shout out to all this team here for making it a good experience, even though we didn't win.
Yeah,
it's fun, and I
You
feel
got
like
something. And chances are, depending on how the next few teams go, you might also carry the commissioner as well.
Yeah,
true. Let's go Slukiness.
Thanks, Kaz. Griffin.
Shout out to this entire team for carrying me and making me not look like a dick.
Lies. What are you talking about? You're at our level. Shut up.
Here we go. So now I've started something, haven't I? Matthew.
Shout out to me, myself, and I for achieving the lowest KA in the whole Firetail.
I wasn't gonna mention it.
I feel very accomplished. I couldn't be happier. No, but seriously, thanks to everyone here. It's been fun playing with you all. Really, we got it all together at the end. And also just playing with my mates during Carry the Commissioner, ending up against the Firetail teams and somehow getting wins. Don't know how that happened, but I mean, it worked and we're happy.
Yes.
So let's go.
Matthew definitely popped off in some of those Carry the Commissioner.
Just need to do that in the game, so.
Yep. Ray 13, how's it been? Well, just one more question. How's it been, like the vibe and the household with the three of you and 3 different teams?
Ray25 owes me $20 because we secured top cut for Brisbane Boom. He said that he'll give me $20 if we beat Adelaide. So he owes me $20 now.
All right.
There we
Shout outs
go.
to him. Shout outs to Loose Goose as well, because thanks to his encouraging DMs after we won, he says, "You guys are fucking pong."
No.
Yeah, I'm not
As
sure
well,
we can say
yeah.
that.
And as well as Skitter, who was also
Brave
pretty giving motivational DMs to me during the match. You all are awesome.
Brilliant. Yeah, the NZ crew's really been pretty tight, hasn't
it?
Yep. So, Slook?
Thank you to Sydney for last week. They really helped us out, and they seemed very determined for us to get a win, which was cool. And obviously to NZ for being really nice. Like I know it's hard being in a pickup and like learning the game again, I guess, for the team, but it worked out, I think, in the end. Even though we didn't get as much wins, we still kind of meshed well together, which was cool. So yeah, that's about it.
Awesome. And finally, the Purple Nest one.
I guess similar to everyone else, it's just been so awesome how we've gelled as a team. Everyone's been chill. Nobody's been getting angry at each other. It's been really fun playing together. So thanks everyone in NZ team. Thanks to all the Firetail team for making this happen, because this has been an amazing event. And also thanks Hazard for all the supportive DMs. Sorry I didn't play 96 Deco. Hopefully we can join in the next Firetail event.
Yeah.
Slook wouldn't let you.
Yeah, Hez has constantly been wanting Nez to play 96 Deco, but Nez never has.
Maybe next time.
Like, he played it once against Sydney in a scrim, but that's about it.
Oh dear.
All right, brilliant. So I'm guessing you're all catching tomorrow's games between Melbourne Maelstrom and Perth Fury and Brisbane Boom versus Sydney Endeavour. I'm guessing there's been a lot of love for the Sydney Endeavour, but from, I guess, all of you can say it at once. Who do you think's going to win the Firetail League?
Brisbane.
Sydney.
Sydney.
All right.
So hard.
Brilliant.
I say Sydney.
Okay,
Sorry,
brilliant.
Sorry, Goose, if you're in the chat, but I still think Brisbane's going to win.
All right, we will see as a result how the playoffs picture looks like after tomorrow's matches. Thank you so much, New Zealand Rush, for joining us, and thank you very much for the games. There was a pleasure to commentate for Kat and I.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
See ya.
All right, and I believe now that this match is over, I think we're going to support our community friends.
Yeah, so we're going to be hosting Oz Speedruns, who are currently doing a charity event supporting Beyond Blue, who are an absolutely amazing charity that raise awareness and money for stigmas associated with mental health. And we have Ali Cat and Nico Sir are running tonight in just a couple of hours. Ali is running Untitled Goose Game, and there was a couple of donation incentives running earlier today, and I believe we've ended up with 2 players, 1 controller.
Oh my god.
Which is going to be hilarious, because I believe Ali and Nico had also not played Goose Game together like that.
I don't think they've practiced that at all.
No, so that's
So please tune in for that. Please stick around for that.
Yeah, and Ali is running that probably at 9:45. It is a speed running event. Who knows if they'll be on time or not? Probably not.
Save the frames.
Yeah. Ali is running at 9:45, and Nico is running PN03 at 10:30 as well. So they're back to back there. So definitely stick around for the Oz Speedruns stream. It is great fun to watch. If you can donate, please do, because Beyond Blue is amazing. And yeah, make sure you're around when Ali and Nico are running and cheer them on later tonight. That would be great.
Aeon Frodo, one of the speedrunners, says we've been ahead of schedule, which is good for a speedrunning marathon.
They were really ahead of schedule at one point on the first day, and I'm like, you're doing this wrong.
You're actually speedrunning the speedrun marathon.
I know. Completely the opposite of what's meant to happen. But it is a lot of fun to watch. So, yeah,
All
definitely.
right, brilliant. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Please stick around once we do host Oz speedruns. But just to reiterate again, tomorrow's matches starting at 11 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, starting with Melbourne Maelstrom versus Perth Fury. Melbourne need a win to try and get, I think they can get top spot if I'm not mistaken, and Brisbane Boom versus Sydney Endeavour as number 1 faces off against number 2 in potential grand final preview. So thank you everyone for watching. Thank you Calamar Cat. It's been a while since we commentated together.
It has. It's been a lot of fun though. I did enjoy commentating with you this week. So yeah, thank you to everyone in chat who was watching tonight. I hope you enjoyed that as much as we did. And I guess hopefully we'll see you all tomorrow.
Yep. Catch you all tomorrow. Bye for now.
See y'all.